Sophia was incredibly healthy when she was first born. We had a great first 8 months. She was super chubby and hit all her milestones way ahead of schedule. At 8 months old, she began getting recurrent infections, a lot of ear infections. They weren't responding to antibiotics. And she started having febrile seizures. So her first seizure was in March. She was 8 months old. Infants, they do so many different things that you're like, maybe this is normal. Maybe this is what happens when kids get sick. And when we got to the hospital and they said, no, this is absolutely not normal, we have to admit her right away, nothing was the same after that. As time went on and she went through more things, then we began having seizures almost on a nightly basis, whether she was sick or not. And then it developed into what is now considered her epilepsy syndrome. There was a large time that we were having to go to the hospital on a regular basis. So she would go to sleep feeling really happy and have a significant seizure and not actually come to and wake up hospitalized. So she was really afraid for a long time to go to sleep.
Can you please bring me back home? No, I'm really gonna scare.
She ended up having almost a PTSD type anxiety disorder because she was so afraid of being stimulated and having something in public that she withdrew. Every day was like getting her to get up out of bed to go to school was one of the worst things to deal with every day. Getting her out of my car was difficult. She was so afraid to go to school. She would take herself away from all the kids. She didn't like play dates. So most of our life was trying to figure out what she can do. We couldn't go to the mall and we couldn't go to restaurants because there was people around. So everything was about like, how do we manage life but still keep this girl where she's not going to have a full-blown seizure or she's not going to have a panic attack. Good morning. One of my good friends raises and trains mobility service dogs. She knew that I hadn't slept in months because I was laying there watching. She said, you can't continue to do this anymore. When I reached out to Four Paws and told them my situation, they were like, yeah, game on, let's do this. They said, okay, she has seizures and she has a hard time moving around, then we'll train a dog for you. Let's show you how. We all have different scents that come out of our body all the time. And when Fresca was in later parts of her training, she received shirts from Sophia. I would mail off shirts that smelled like Sophia normally, and I would mail off shirts after an anxiety attack, and I would mail off shirts after a seizure. And they would use these different shirts for Fresca to determine which is a good scent and which is a troubled scent. She's in a very routine-based dog. She knows her routine. So when she starts kind of going crazy and she'll like paw at me a lot, she'll start pawing at Sophia a lot. So that means something's coming. If we're all in bed together, Fresca will just paw at me a bunch to wake me up. And then I'm there and I'm awake and ready to go. So I know I can actually sleep because Fresca's gonna wake me up if I need it. Seizure alert dogs are trained to use pressure to calm anxiety and to help control seizures. Having Fresca has changed Sophia's way of looking at life. She is a lot more relaxed. She can have fun and laugh. She is a really amazing young lady, and we knew that, and then we lost that for a while, and we see it coming back now. We reached out to the local school that she was going to, and they were ready with open arms. They had no questions. They had no reservations. They said, this is what's needed. We're excited to have her.
Sophia came last year in September, and she was sweet as could be, but very quiet, just real more to herself.
Day one with Fresca in September, she came right in and was so excited to start second grade. She was not afraid at all. She had Fresca by her side, and I think by that time she had built a really strong bond with Fresca. So she jumped right in and was like a regular kid.
It was amazing how a dog could just do that for someone. And it's really, really, because I've seen her grow all year.
This year, starting off with Fresca, it has truly been a different child. She just fits right in. You notice her only as one of the class now and not anything but that.
So we're really thankful. We're really thankful that we were able to give this opportunity to help her. We were given a tool that can change her whole life. And we feel really, really blessed and thankful that we were able to have that.